Welcome to today's session. This script is provided by the Australian Buddhist Practice Association. Let's consider a question. Have you ever said something you didn't truly mean just to obtain something? I believe most of us have, to some extent. But what if I told you that behind this behavior lies a deeper, subtler state of mind called flattery? Today, we will discuss this concept. It's not just simple praise. It is an ancient wisdom that profoundly affects our result. We will cover a few key areas today. What is Chǎn, flattery? What are its different manifestations in daily life? What is the price of remaining trapped in it? In terms of practice, we will discuss the upright mind is the body manda, straightforward mind is the place of practice. Finally, and most importantly, how do we escape this state of crookedness and flattery? Part 1. What is Chǎn, flattery? Simply put, Chǎn is a kind of inner cleverness or shortcut. Think about it. When we desperately want something, be it money, power, fame, or even just a simple desire for others to like or validate us, we don't pursue it through honest effort. Instead, we try to use insincere words or actions to manipulate or sneak a result. This is the core of Chǎn. The master here uses a super apt analogy. He calls it rat's vision. Imagine a rat whose eyes can only see the small piece of food right in front of it. It will do anything to get it, completely oblivious to the mousetrap lurking behind. We are the same. For a tiny immediate gain, we twist ourselves, completely ignoring the immense damage this behavior inflicts on our whole life's character and big picture. Part 2. The different phases of Chǎn. What we just discussed might still sound abstract, but Chǎn is hidden in every corner of our lives, and it is a master of disguise, sometimes so subtle we don't even notice it ourselves. Let's look at its different manifestations. The most crucial difference is not what you do, but what you are thinking in your heart, your intention. Did you compliment your colleague because you genuinely think they are great? Or are you calculating in your mind, if I praise them, they'll help me next time? One is pure appreciation. The other is a transaction. This is the biggest dividing line between sincerity and Chǎn. Here is a more extreme example, which points out those very subtle mental states. On the surface, I am simply offering an apple. It seems harmless, right? But if the underlying thought is, I will use this one apple to exchange for a lifetime of peace and smooth sailing. Wow, isn't that an incredibly high return on investment? This is a speculative or transactional mentality. And yes, even this thought counts as a very subtle form of Chǎn. There is an even more complicated scenario where Chǎn sometimes wears the cloak of loyalty. Listen to this. When you know an order will cause problems and hurt people, but you blindly obey without question. Think about it. This is also a form of Chǎn. The problem then arises. What is true loyalty? Is it just meek obedience? Or is it trying to protect your superior, your ruler, from making a disastrous mistake? True wisdom is not about hard confrontation or direct disobedience. Rather, it lies in knowing how to use skillful means. As the analogy goes, your boss tells you to use a sword to cut someone, but you have the ability to turn the steel sword into a tofu sword at the moment you strike. On the surface, you executed the command, but in reality, you transformed a harmful action into a completely harmless result. This is the true master. Part 3. The price of Chǎn. Now that we have seen the myriad forms of Chǎn, we must discuss a very serious question. What is its price? I must tell you, this is not just a minor character flaw. If left unchecked, the long-term consequences can be far more severe than any of us imagine. First, a startling figure. According to the master's estimation, over 90% of our thoughts, words, and actions every day are unknowingly in a state of Chǎn. 90%. Reflect on how staggering that is. This behavior traps us in a vicious cycle that is hard to escape. First, it causes our greed to grow unchecked. Even more troubling is that it forms an energy, which we call karma. In the end, every method you use to deceive others will return to you exactly the same way. How you send it out is how it comes back. There is a story in the scriptures that is truly moving. It tells of a nun who was a kind person, but strangely, everywhere she went, in life after life, everyone around her lied to her and mistreated her. Why? The reason was simple. She herself had planted the seed of deception in a past life. This story is a mirror, showing us how the patterns we create follow us like a shadow. Part 4. The upright mind is the Bodhimanda. Since the problem is so serious, what should we do? How do we begin our practice to reverse this situation? You might think the solution must be equally complex, but the opposite is true. The answer is surprisingly simple and incredibly powerful. The upright mind is the Bodhimanda. It means we must cultivate an upright mind. What is an upright mind? It is a mind that does not scheme, does not take detours. It is completely frank, open, and true. Part 5. The map to stepping out of crookedness. We understand the principle. Cultivate an upright mind. But how do we specifically apply this principle in our lives, and step by step exit this maze built of insincerity? Here are 3 clear steps. Like a map. Inner reflection. Put away the finger that is always pointing at others, and start honestly looking at your own problems. This is the first step. Speak truthfully. Practice speaking the truth and the facts. Do not distort reality for your own small benefit. Action benefits others. When we are still unsure what the wisest course of action is, it's simple. Focus on doing things that genuinely help others. These are the 3 steps, the map out of the maze. The Buddha standard for speech is exactly this: speaker of truth, speaker of reality, speaker of non-duplicity, speaker of non-falsehood. These phrases are the golden rules of communication. Try to imagine how light and at ease you would feel if every time you spoke, your heart was direct and simple, with no hidden twists or concealed agendas, just stating the truth as it is. So, let us conclude with this sentence. It is not just a summary, but an invitation to start looking inward. In stillness, constantly reflect upon your own faults. In idle talk, do not discuss the wrongs of others. When you truly become still and look within, do you see it? True practice begins only with this seeing.